Hello everyone, welcome to Cornflower Crafts. My nickname is Corn, and I'm joining today the open collab that is Embellish With Us Wednesday. It is hosted by Mary Ann's Craft Corner and Lilo Crafts, and that's Raina. And they are so sweet to open this to everyone. And if you're working on any kind of embellishments, you are welcome to put that hashtag there and join in. And this time, a lot of times, mine are dealing with paper crafts, and these can be considered paper crafts as well. But some of these will go on cards and things of that nature, and some of them are going to go on fake bakes and altered canvases. I'm thinking about doing some mixed media with canvases, and I think these would fit in well. The first thing, now, the embellishments on my little turntable here, they are made out of this, or maybe I should take it out of the package, this clay, which is called Delight. And it is an air dry clay that I got at Hobby Lobby. Unfortunately, it wasn't on sale. It was $5.99. And what it says about it, in case you're interested, is it's soft and clean. It's non-toxic. It's lightweight and durable. And let me tell you something. Boy, are they right about lightweight. Oh, boy. And to be real honest, if you have arthritis in your hands or carpal tunnel or something of that nature, this stuff feels great. To knead it, you know, to condition it before you use it. Oh, it feels so good. And I'll put that over here. And that's what these are made of. And after these are done with molds, and I use molds like this one. This is called a push mold, Makins. And I got these, as you see, on clearance several years ago from Hobby Lobby for $124. I'm sorry, I don't remember how much I paid for these guys, or, oops, these guys. I got these on Amazon. And just look up your silicone molds, and this deals with, there is a bee and butterflies and flowers and leaves and flourishes and all sorts of good stuff. I also purchased this one from Amazon, and that's roses and leaves. And that one, look how thick that one, though, is, y'all. It is so thick. And speaking of just the opposite, I also got this one. Maybe this is 4 or 5 years old. I think this was Hobby Lobby. I'm not sure. And I was going to ask you all, if you all know, please tell me in the comments below. Is this for candy? I'm not sure, but I remember thinking, I would love to use especially the ovals for just some fun embellishments with dimension on cards and things. And so that's why I got that one. I got it on clearance, by the way. And then the last one that I used, I got on Amazon as well. And this is a Prima mold. You know how expensive they are. Woo-wee. So that's why we've got one. And yeah, on the back, it's showing you, you know, what you need to do and everything. And a lot of times, people who purchase these molds, they put them on their furniture. And the other clay that I used, this is done with the clay I just showed you with foam clay. This is done with paper clay. And that is this one. And this is heavy to hold, 16 ounces. And it says it's natural white. And as you see, it's a different white. So it's more of a creamy or off-white. And this is, I've had this a little while. It was normally $13.99, but they had it for 40% off. Every once in a while, they'll put some of their clays 40% off. And I think that's, if you're interested in doing this, I think that's a great time to go, since they don't do the coupon anymore. So, let me sit down for a second, guys. So, I wanted to leave them in the, the color of the clay, just to show you all, number one, the difference. And there is a difference in weight as well. Now, these aren't super heavy, I promise you, but compared to this one I don't even feel is in my hand. I'm not making that up. This I know is in my hand, the paper one, but the foam one, here's the bad thing about foam, and others will say it on YouTube as well. See, there can be some warping, okay? But here's the good thing about clay. It will stay down, see? It will bend. This will bend, see? It still it's somewhat flexible, not super flexible when it's dry, but you can manipulate it to where it will lie down flat. This guy, we're not moving. What you see moving is my fingers, not the clay, not that piece. I wanted to see, mold-wise, which one would maybe pick up the definition, like especially in these leaves and things. Look at the veins in these leaves, and I wanted to see, well, that's not the exact one. Let me see if I can get the one. I don't know if that's, and again, I need to tell you, I know this is in my hand. I don't even feel that one at all. But as you see, pretty much the same, although I personally think the paper one is showing a little more detail, personally. Now, when it came to these guys, I broke it. I broke that off, taking it out of the mold, y'all. But again, see, it will lie flat. You put a strong glue behind it and just press down on it, and boom, it's fine. It'll go right where you want it to. Now, I'm working on this. Did you all see these darling little little fairy houses to put in your fairy gardens at Dollar Tree? Well, this one being a teapot, I just fell in love. But they have a rough time painting them, because I think everything has to, I don't know if it's a machine or people, and it has to be done in such time, but you know what I mean, that the paint is here, there, and places it shouldn't be a lot of times. So what I did is just cleaned it off real well. It has, for my primer coat, I have Waverly's white chalk paint, and just started on that. And while I was doing that, I thought, you know what, I bet just to do a few of the flowers, just to show you, what they're going to come out looking at. Now, this rose is a Prima rose, and the color I used on this one, I wanted to use this Anita's acrylic paint that I got at Hobby Lobby when it was on sale for like 60-some cents. And this one is called Vivid Pink. And I have this sitting here because I almost always add white. This is Snow White by Apple Barrel. And, but I left it alone on this one. And then, once it was completely dry, oh, and I have to tell you, each of these clays take paint, the acrylic paint, beautifully, especially the paper clay. It was just like, yes, please, And then I went over it, and the Folk Art puts out Jelly Bean Pink Extreme Glitter. Is that the Extreme Glitter one? Yeah. So that's what is over that. That is the finish on it. That's nice and sealed, because if you work with those, it's just like working with glue, glitter glue, if you ask me. And so, and then with these guys, I used the Baby Pink by, who puts out Baby Pink? Folk Art. And I just, here's the regular Baby Pink, then added some white, and then it added some more white, and that's how they came out. And then these guys, this one is done, this butterfly is done with the Carolina Blue and Apple Barrel, and added some white to it. And then I put over top of that one the Folk Art Extreme Glitter in silver. I love blue and silver together, and I thought it gave it a very interesting look. What is fascinating about this is when you first look at it, to me, that doesn't look like periwinkle blue. Even when you shake it, do you all ever shake them in the store and open them up to look? I do. I put them back, though. I put them back very tightly, I promise. But, you know, my first thought, but once you add a little white to it, boy, is that periwinkle blue. It's beautiful. And then I did, what was upsetting about this one is, as you can see, this foam clay is very warped, but being a butterfly, I think it turned out cool, so I was kind of happy with that, personally. I did paint white down the center because at first I did 4 different pinks, and I even painted the the wings differently and everything else. And once I put that glitter on, since it has a pink, tint to it, it made everything look the same. So I learned, don't do that again. So I redid it because I wasn't happy at all, and just did several shades of pink, and then put the extreme glitter heavily on the bottom and lightly on the top there. But I'm happy with how that turned out. And then this little rose with the leaves. The leaves are done in this one, Acapulco. So, and they don't have a finish on them. Everything else does. These don't either. And that's what I have been working on. And I'd like to thank you all so much for joining me. And I hope you have a wonderful morning, afternoon, or evening. Bye-bye, everybody. Take good care.